Okay, Salamu alaikum. On this tutorial, I'm gonna Linux for beginners, history and evolution. Okay, before we start talking more on operating systems, on Linux, on menene means you have to understand some history as back as a 1950s. So this is John Wanabakos. So kun taba ji wani programming da ake cewa algo? So it stands for algorithm language which was developed in the mid 1950s and shine ya zama influence in wa'yansu languages din. So a lokacin da aka riƙe wayannan programming languages din by Europeans, Unions haka, American computer scientists, so suka zo a 1958 ko at the Swiss Federal Institute of Technology a Zurich. So a nan wuraren suka samu specifications guda uku. So by the year in kenan Algo 58, Algo 60 and Algo 68. So those were the programming language. But as time goes on sai programming language in ko irin setback haka da sauransu haka tunda haka technology yake. Then we have this programming called CPL, Combined Programming Language. So it's influenced by Algo shima wannan CPL din saboda from one language haka ana moving zuwa into programming language haka. So as time goes on we'll keep understanding. So it's influenced by Algo 60. So Algo 60 a nan wuraren shine that was the last specification and I think there's Algo 68 also. So in 1963 Christopher Stragen, David Barron and other developed CPL, that's Combined Programming Language from Algo kenan. Was initially developed at the Mathematical Laboratory at the University of Cambridge. And that's one CPL, Cambridge Programming Language. So as time goes on, later published by Cambridge Document University of London Computer Science. So it was two universities between Cambridge and University of London in computer science unit. So that's why they name it CPL, Combined Programming Language. So these are developed for low level and high level using same language. Then the compiler was written in 1970. So the problem with the CPL didn't gain popularity, so it disappears without a trace. So as time goes on from CPL also we have this basic combined programming language, so which was also developed in the University of Cambridge. So basic combined is a procedural, imperative and structured programming language originally intended for writing compilers. Okay, so I don't really want this even it should be really so, but just keep on going, but I know as time goes on you keep understanding. So after from from BCPL we have B programming language. So B programming language was developed by Ken Thompson, so and also was designed by Ken Thompson, right, and developed by Ken Thompson and Dennis Ritchie. So from B programming language, as time goes on, issues started came in. It was I think it was in 1960 something. Then from B, then we have this Maltese. So Maltese was an operating system developed by General Electric, Bell Labs, MIT. So it's a programming language that aka develop kowa da kowa ya shigo a zo a yi rubuta wannan operating systems din. So amma the issue din saboda irin wa'annan they are too slow in commitment, saboda kuma as time goes on kuma kowane company like irin MIT, General Electric, all of them General Electric su ne da Ford, so ba sa share ɗin irin same goals a wannan operating systems ɗin. So in 1969 Bell Labs pulled out of the project suka yi nasu irin they are no more interested out of the project. So then Bell Laboratories, this is where everything happens at the speed of ideas. So Bell Labs irin from Abraham Graham Bell. So akwai AT&T kam irin network ne a can US, just like irin muna da MTN muna da Glo a nan wuraren. So a can wuraren kuma they have irin a kind of research institution haka da ya zama a nan wuraren labs ake cewa Bell Labs. So Bell Labs is credited with development of the following. A Bell Labs aka sami irin development irin wannan radio astronomy, transistors nan. So Bell Labs then we have ana ake Unix, that's the operating systems in kenan that influenced by Linux and other modern operating systems. So people that work in Maltese went ahead to create Unix at Bell Labs. So the developers in the suka aiki a Maltese operating systems da nan baya da wannan slide na baya wanda MIT, General Electric da Bell Labs suka pull out, then started in 1970s written in assembly language before written in C programming. So that was the operating system aka ce mishi Unix kenan. It was intended to be used inside Bell Labs and licensed into academics like University of California, Berkeley, Then we have other for commercial use like Microsoft Zenith, IBM AIs, and Sun Microsystems Solaris. So it's really quite easy, but even as I move fast and like you might really not even grasp what exactly I'm trying to say, but let's go on. So operating systems na an kirkiro operating systems and for example maybe like irin MTN suna da wani labs da ake cewa Bell Labs. So a nan wuraren an yi wannan operating system din saboda MTN gabaki daya su riga amfani da wannan operating systems din. So but the issue, okay, so the issue with Unix a lokacin, this Dennis Ritchie wanda ya design in C programming language, you've heard about C, you've heard about C++, you've heard about Java, you've heard about Python, you've heard about JavaScript, all came and influenced by C. Is the father of all language, and you've already seen from B to BCPL to Algo, right? Yeah, and other languages right back, So the problem with Unix kuma a lokacin, US bata ba US irin law bata ba irin companies haka kamar irin a ce Nigerian law bata ba irin MTN a lokacin daman siyar da softwares ba. So the problem, so they have irin two types of software. So software din da ya zama suna iya ba academic kamar irin yanzu ina Kano haka. So MTN yanzu muna iya ba irin a ba BUK. So the operating system will be used for research purely kawai. Okay, it's free, so for research it's two types of operating system. Da wanda ya zama suka yi licensing irin waɗannan companies irin Microsoft haka, IBM and Sun Microsystems su ma suka zo. They need this operating system. So, and one of the problem with Unix, su ne suka ƙirƙiro Microsoft a lokacin, because the license of this Unix operating system was really so much expensive. Da ya zama a company yanzu, for example, ina da company maybe like Dell. Idan na yi manufacturer maybe like irin Dell Model 1 yanzu, idan na yi produce in 70 copies haka, so kowane 70 copies sai na sai mishi maybe license at least maybe like for example let me say a $10,000 kowane computer. Kuma the problem comes in sai na ta kiran customer ke ba wai abin da ake cewa irin license kamar irin OEM license bane ba da ya zama okay wannan model 1 za mu ba ku irin maybe like a 10,000 for 70,000, ina kowane computer sai an sai mishi license. So the problem started coming irin kowane manufacturer haka kana son ka siya irin an yi computers irin kamar 100 haka, so kowane computer sai an sai mishi license, sai ka kira customer ke irin da zama guda 5 haka za su riga an sa kira. So the problem started coming in. So then that's where irin Microsoft ya gan opportunity din kawai shige. So the problem as time goes on, irin compiler da kuke gani ina a lokacin you have to buy it. So we have this guy called Richard Stallman, so RMS kenan. So in September 1983 he launched a project da ake cewa GNU, GNU. It means GNU not Unix. So abin da ya so mai kirkiro irin compiler, idan ka rubuta programming language maybe like C or assembly, you have to buy a compiler differently. Compiler is not free. So a lokacin he was a student ina jin a University of Berkeley, ya sama masters din shi. Da zai soma na project din kawai sai ya drop out. Saboda kai irin wa'ansu softwares din da ya rubuta a zo a ce ai makaranta ce tana da irin copyright ko wani abu haka a lokacin, so he just have to drop out from his master's degree and started this, what's it called, this movement tare da abokanan shi. So he created the GNU compiler collection. He created the debugger for what's it called, for analyzing and debugging softwares. So then he started writing the Emacs, GNU Emacs editor, irin editor kenan, it was free. He founded the FSF, Free Software Foundation movement, and pioneered the concept of copyleft. So companies usually use the word copyright. Copyright software, now you don't have the, what's it called, you don't have the right to modify it and other kind of things. So the copyleft is as opposed to copyright. So then distribution is the practice of operating the right to freely distribute copies and modify versions of a work with stipulation that the same right be preserved in derivatives. So abin da copyleft in yake ne. Works created later copyleft software license are considered protective or reciprocal as the contracted with permissive free software. So with the free software abin da yake nufi, it doesn't mean free software as library, not gratis. Abin da yake nufi kenan shi guy din nan. So it means za ku biya software, okay, za ka iya siya maybe like irin ce na yi building an app za ku siya, amma source code din also you should be able to see it, you should be able to control the software, amma ba software din zai riga control in computer ba ko zai riga control din ku. So abin da yake nufi kenan, but let's move on. So a lokacin da ya so mai building din wa'annan abubuwa din yana ne yana building ya riga ya building din komai da komai, amma the only problem remaining for this operating system is called what is remaining what is called the kernel. And in 1990 some of the members decided to build a microkernel called GNU Hot kernel. I will explain what kernel is maybe probably in the next tutorial. So in order to surpass the Unix kernel, so HOD is time to explain the meaning of HOD. HOD stands for head of Unix replacing daemons, and then HIDE stands for HOD of interfaces representing them. I just really hope I'm not really going more like not really just as time goes on you actually have to understand this. So we have yet to my knowledge the first software be named by a pair of mutually recursive acronyms. Okay, let's go on. So this Linus Torvalds. So in 1991, Linus Torvalds, a student at the University of Helsinki, Finland, had a side project of creating a monolithic kernel. And as time goes on with GPL license, so that's the GNU public license kenan that was started by Richard Stallman, license in shi kenan. So both of them actually work. So I created in kernel and that's the missing component of the operating system kenan. So in operating system we have three types of kernel, even though this one actually like is kind of for media or apple. So we have a micro kernel, we have a monolithic kernel, and we have a hybrid kernel. So operating systems like what is it called? There are operating systems that uses microkernel, and there are operating systems like monolithic kernel. Linux uses monolithic kernel. FreeBSD uses monolithic kernel. Unix operating systems, the commercial kamar Solaris, IBM AIS, and other commercial based Unix uses monolithic. Hybrid kernel, Microsoft uses hybrid kernel, Microsoft Windows da kuma Apple Mac OS. So ga logo din Linux nan, and so other Unix variants we have the FreeBSD, we have the OpenBSD, and we have the NetBSD. So Linux distro shi kuma, as time goes on we'll actually look more on Linux distro in the next what's it called. So we have soft landing Linux system, Slackware and Debian, SUSE, and other commercial distros. So we are going to look at what Linux distro or distributions are and what flavors are. So the only thing kawai ku shiga YouTube haka, just like my video, ku sharing, ku recommending, and idan akwai wani course inda kuke so ko kuma kuna son ku just learn, just comment on it, then I'll try to make this video on it. Thank you.